Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Charles Soul, also known as the Soul Man, and welcome to another monthly recap video. So, there's a lot to go through with this month, especially from the first half. First of all, I will say that the first half of April was pretty good for some games that I was able to play, but the rest of the half of April was just it was a bit of a drought, to say the least, with some of the games. There were some good ones that I'll be listing soon. There were some good ones that I was able to play and try and enjoy as well. It's hard to find a game that you sort of enjoy along the way, as well as people wanting to watch it as well, and stuff like that. So, let's list down the games. So, the first game that I was able to play, which I did announce last month, I think, was Undertale. And I was able to complete the true good path. I wasn't able to complete the true bad path because of Sans. That fight pretty much stun locked me in the progressing, so overall, I thought it was a good game. And I do look forward to playing Deltarune later down next month. I think it releases on June, similar to Silksong. So that'll be something that I'll try out as well. I know there's the demo as well, but I want to play the full game before I delve deep into the demo stuff and all that. If it's going to release within that time, so why not? So yeah, that game was very fun. I do recommend it. The next one, however, I don't recommend is Lunacid Tears of the Moon. So, this is sort of a prequel sequel to Lunacid, the game that sort of, well, personally I think is the spiritual successor to Kingsfield, but it's supposed to be a continuation of some sorts for that game within this game for Tears of the Moon. I don't know the story of it behind it all, mostly because the gameplay sucks. The gameplay did not make any sense. You didn't feel any hit of collision. You couldn't tell if the monsters were actually getting hurt or going down or not. And some spells and damage apparently wasn't registering. It was just completely random. And there was a lot of other stuff that was not very good. I know it's free and it's probably early access, but I do think they're gonna need a big overhaul that will probably work. They'll probably work down later down and sort of fix all that stuff, because I did list it within the video on YouTube as well of some of the things that I thought was wrong with the game. But I do think they can make it better. I don't know if they'll make it as good as Lunacid. That's up to the future to behold. But after that, I played some Hollow Knight, mostly just to get myself a little bit in depth, or in depth. Yeah, my lisp, or whatever this is causing me stuttering. But Hollow Knight, I wanted to get delve deep to it again because Silksong is going to be coming out around June as well, and I kind of wanted to get myself a bit familiar with it. I didn't know if I wanted to continue it or not, depending on people watching. Like, for some of these games, it's definitely going to be some stuff that I haven't continued because no one was watching or no one cared or interested, I guess. So, in turn, it sort of made me uninterested in it of continuing. But I enjoyed Hollow Knight back then when I first played it. I was able to complete everything besides the Path of Pain, which was abysmal. But I kind of look forward to Silksong. I'll definitely try it out when it comes out. And maybe continue it if people watch it. But the next game that came out was Oblivion Remastered. I think the remaster is pretty good. It's very close to the original. It's just mostly like a graphical upgrade in a way. So they kept sort of everything else similar or the same from the previous game. There's like minor little details that they changed up, but I doubt people are bothered by it so much, and a lot of people enjoyed it. The only problem on my end is that it was terrible to run. Like, Unreal Engine 5 is just a terrible system to run on PCs because it has so much potential of crashing with the usage of RAM and CPU. It is insane how unstable Unreal Engine 5 can be. So, it crashed during my playthrough in a way that legitimately destroyed my OBS in the process. Like, it turned all my screens black and stuff like that. It was weird. I don't know why, but it was that way. But after that, I tried out Mortal Sin. Mortal Sin was pretty fun, and honestly, I do want to play it again at some point within this month. I do have some other things planned for this month that I'll be listing at the end, but if people are interested in the Mortal Sin stuff, I definitely will continue, because a lot of the gameplay is sort of like a dungeon crawler roguelike, and it was pretty fun. Like, I did enjoy it. It was something that was pretty unique, and it sort of gave me a lot of enjoyment with the combat as well, and some of the effects that some of the gear would have. So yeah, I'll definitely play it at some point. I don't know when, but with some of the games that I play later down, maybe I can squeeze it in between. Who knows? But after that, I played Psychopomp Gold. I tried that out. It was it was an experience. After that, I tried Balatro. Balatro is the popular card roguelike deck builder game that won a lot of awards at the Game Awards, from what I remember. But I never got to play it and try it out. So, this was a couple. Actually, yeah, it was yesterday when I played it. And it had a lot of cool, unique stuff to it. Like, there was some stuff that I was a little frustrated by, but sometimes that can be the RNG of some stuff. That's usually how it affects with me, is if it has RNG to it, I can be a little nitpicky with it. Like, it's not my fault, it's just something that I've had to deal with since World of Warcraft RNG. So yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I don't know if I'll play it again, depending on people wanting to see it. But yeah, those were some of the games that I tried out within April. Even though there was a bit of a drought, a lot of these games, like, only one of these games was new within the month. And funny enough, one of the games that I'm going to be listing for May is one of the new ones. But who knows what will come out, and who knows what I'll enjoy. But yeah, I'll get to the stuff that I listed the games, but next thing on my list is the follower stuff. So for Twitch followers, I have 72 followers currently. For Twitter, I have 68. At some point, like, it's ridiculous. At some point, I'm going to get verified on Twitter sooner than I get affiliate on Twitch. Like, it's insane that my Twitter is growing more than my own Twitch channel. So, I don't know why, and I think it's a little stupid, but I guess that happens, you know. But yeah, with Twitter I had 68. With Blue Sky I have 4, but it makes sense because not a lot of people actually use that site a lot, since it's like little Twitter. Like, there is some stuff that seems unique with it, but the reason why I wanted to make an account for that is to, like, sort of spread a bit. Like, spread my social a bit, in a way. Even though I don't type anything into it. Besides the stream and the videos and stuff like that, but it was pretty good. Is a pretty good site, but it definitely has a lot of stuff that it needs to deal with at some point. And lastly, for YouTube subs, I have 7 subscribers, which I guess is 2 more compared to last month. So I'm guessing people are starting to get into the YouTube of my channel, of the VODs and videos and stuff like that, or subscribing to it, which is very nice. And I want to say thank you to all the followers and the subscribers who've been adding on to the month as it progressed. I know it can be a bit tired, and well as trying to stream with the motivation of wanting to stream, with barely any people in my chat or anyone to interact with while I'm streaming games. But I try my best to enjoy it despite it, and I'm glad there are some people that do enjoy it, even if it's very little amount. But yeah. So after that, it's sort of the plans with May. So one of the games that I did showcase either yesterday or the day before was the Siege in the Sandfox. Yeah, Siege in the Sandfox. It's sort of a Metroidvania stealth game. It's something that I've had on my wish list for a long while and kept my eye on because it looked kind of fun and something new for me to try out and play and see how that goes. I've seen some of the gameplay, but most of it I'm going to try and keep blind for it. But that game releases on May 20th, so it's going to be a lot later within the month. So I'll be sure to try and play it on day 1 if I can. If not, then I'll have to play it the day after. But yeah, that's one of the new games that I'll be playing. However, for sooner this month, on the 6th of May, I'm going to try and play the Shantae series, or all that I could gather from Steam from the past. Like, it's something that I wanted to revisit and play for stream, because it is one of my favorite Metroidvania series. It's a very underrated series as well. It doesn't get a lot of what's the word? Appreciation for some of the mechanics and stuff like that in the game. Everyone focuses on Shantae and the other art stuff. And guilty. And I'll feel guilty if I didn't say it, but a part of me did too. But the gameplay of the series is genuinely fun and something that I wanted to revisit and also show on stream as well, to sort of play out at some point. So that's going to be happening on May 6th. And as for the penalty system, it will not reset for this month, but it'll reset for the end of this month. Because I want to try and keep track with my schedule as best as I can. For those of you who don't know, I had a new schedule set up earlier this month, I think. Or was it the month before? But I start my streams around 1 p.m. Eastern Time to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, in case anyone didn't know. And this is for my Twitch streams. So the penalty system that I've made is if I miss the day without saying it on Twitter or letting people know, I guess, or if anyone did listen, is that if I get 3 out of the 3, I have to play the Sakyo Gynus dating sim. A game that I'm a very hesitant of playing on stream, but with how much of a small streamer I am and stuff like that, I figured I take a risk. But yeah. After that, though, there's something that I do want to play within, or something different that I want to try with stream. And this is around the end of the month period, the 26th of May to be exact. And this is sort of something that, sort of just a random idea that I thought of something that I wanted to try out. And it's basically ranking the style and characters of VTubers. So, for those of you who don't know, VTubers are like virtual streamers or YouTubers. And there's various different brands and companies that have their own stuff as well as indie VTubers as well. But I sort of wanted to try some because of my mind of how much I love creating characters and stuff like that, and also stuff that I want to create my stream characters at some point if I ever get the time and money for. But I wanted to try and sort of rank and see which stuff actually fits or not fits, or stuff that seems unique that sort of like catches my eye, and sort of rank that within like the style of it. So it's a weird idea, to be honest, but I thought it was something unique or something fun to try out for the stream. So yeah, that'll be something that I do on May 26th. So that's pretty much all of April. I'll say that. But I do hope May is a good month as well, with some of the stuff that I've set up pretty practically minutes ago before starting this recording. But I hope this month does pretty well compared to April, especially with the second half of the month. But it all really depends on how the stream goes and how well I'm able to keep up with it, as well as people who tune in to watch it as well. But again, I want to say thank you to all the followers and the subscribers so far. It's been a lot of help and stuff like that, and pretty much approaching the half of the year since I've started streaming as well, which I think is in a couple months, or 2 months actually. So being able to persist throughout this, as well as trying to enjoy it and follow along with it, is something that's definitely been a bit of a challenge, but something that I still wanted to continue because I do think I can do pretty well with streams and make something good out of it. And hopefully even more at some point. My goals are a little. I've mentioned my goals in the past with some of the previous recap videos, so you can just check those out to know. But I hope at some point it starts growing a bit more within the mid of the year, or at least the second half of the year. But who knows? But right now we gotta focus on May, as well as Monday, or yeah, Monday, I guess. So I don't know when I'll play with that. It'll also have to be a short stream too, because I have a doctor's appointment or something like that. Or I don't know if I should call it a doctor, but yeah. I'll have to have a short stream for Monday, or this Monday for May. And after that, it should be the day that I do start the Shantae series, so I look forward to doing that. So, I guess with all that said, and all that's been there, without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed the Soulman video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all to the subscribers and followers on my socials. They'll be linked in the description below. Thank you all very much, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.